Yeah, we're gonna try it out, see what exactly this guy can do. So I like it. It's highly mobile here, which is good. But again, I mean, you look at Execration, they're not lacking lockdown. You can't get a dream coil on the guy. You're getting a rebound on him. You see it coming. You can use the armament away, but you can't get a coil on the guy. So not loving the Ember Spirit pick yet. Execration, they go with the Chen. All right. I mean, when you look at Chen, you always think, well, what are the creeps you can get? But a lot of aura creeps seem pretty good. You're going to get the fast mech, and they add with it the huh? Okay. So the Rubik 4, the Chen 5, with the Marcy offlane, the Puck mid. I don't know how I feel about this Rubik pick. I was really on board with Execration until I saw the Rubik, because I like the first 3 picks. Then I was thinking, okay, you kind of need a little bit more meat in the front line. They pick Rubik, decent control, but they have real problems dealing with the Tombstone. Like I said, Marcy's Unleash, you kind of don't want to waste it on the Tombstone, if that makes sense. You only attack 1.5 seconds, then you have a break, and then it's like, it's not great to use on a Tombstone. I don't know. I don't like this Rubik pick much. And, I don't know if we'll see how Execration plays it, though.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I mean, Ember Spirit's going to be able to get Sleight of Fist, do a lot of damage to the Chen army when that builds up. Weaver probably goes for the Maelstrom. Probably,
right? It's like, I mean, it depends on what's role, but yeah, if it's a core Weaver, definitely, right? It's I don't know. I'm fine with the Weaver. I'm just more worried about how the matchups going eventually. And that's gonna be DB's Nature's Prophet. That's 100% good. He is 6-6 in the last few months of playing this hero. Very active with the Nature's Prophet. Great, the hero can split push. The guy plays well with it, and I love this pick. I love this pick. I do think it's gonna be Narman and Fresh on the Weaver Undying. I'm not sure which one's gonna go which. Both of them play Weaver, so most likely it's like I put it in the position 5. It's gonna be Undying position 5, right? That makes more sense to me that Fresh takes it.
Yeah, but again, like you said in the initial part of the draft, when you don't have any stuns, okay, you have the Ember Spirit Searing Chains, you have the Sprout coming through, and that's lockdown, but you don't have any actual stuns.
Dead people are stunned.
Yeah, that is true.
But to be fair, with the draft that they have for Army Geniuses, you don't really need stuns if you're fighting next to the enemy objective, because they're gonna have to want to defend. Like if you're up, like you're pushing Raxes, you drop a Tombstone, the enemy team they're gonna have to charge into you. You don't need stuns then. Obviously, that's way longer there, like long-term thinking right now. But they like stuns. Maybe the Nature's Prophet Sprout is kind of a disable, especially with the leash is pretty good.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, they do need something. They need like an offlane or something like. Not Magnus, but maybe a Mars. I'm trying to think of a good stunning. A Sand King wouldn't be too bad. Let's see, Brood Mother, Night Stalker, Mars. I'm looking at what RMGs. Yeah, maybe Mars will be their last pick here. Just go for that. Unless it's an Undying 3, then they pick something with a stun, some sort of support with a stun. I'd like that a lot. Grimstroke, a Tidal, a Line, a Shadow Shaman, anything like that would be really good if it's often Undying.
I still wouldn't mind like the Tide or the Weaver, the Tide or the Slardar with the Weaver in the offlane.
Slar would be really good. Slar would be really good.
Yeah,
like Execration. Their last pick is Doom. I love this hero. Love seeing Doom. Looks like it's gonna be, carry Doom or carry Marcy. Interesting.
Oh yeah. Never mind. We just have Army Geniuses. They say you want to pick a Chan and split pushes out with your zoo. Well, we've got a creepy zoo of our own. Like, it's not a zoo I ever visit, just spiders and trees, but it is a zoo nonetheless. And there's some people out there that would pay to go see that, I guess.
Dude, there's lots of bugs, man. It's like Brood Mother and Weaver. And this is a creepy Weaver skin, by the way. I usually like Weaver, but this is a really creepy look for the hero.
It's the thin legs, right? It's too realistic looking. It's just it's
gross. I don't know what it is. Okay, I don't know honestly how Execration is gonna take this. Like, they do have great team fight thanks to the Puck Dream Coil, but Rubik is not going to give you too much. Tino's going to have to do a lot of work. Palos with the Doom is interesting, but I think RMG is just going to be able to run through him. This might be the first 2-0 of the day. I know that there's a lack of lockdown on Army Genius's side, but once you get a couple of BKBs and you push down towers, I don't think you care too much. And the team fight is pretty damn solid as well from their side, thanks to the Tombstone, which, by the way, Execration, not great dealing with. So I'm all in on Army Geniuses. How do you feel about this Robbnroll?
Ooh, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking.
Oh, I know. The play-by-play gets the tough questions sometimes too, you know?
Yeah, the Doom's got the Scorched Earth. It's going to be able to deal with the Spirelings. Rubik with the Fade Bolt there as well. You've got... I don't know. Like, I think Execration are kind of on a reverse clock. You know, they've got... Not that Army Geniuses can only win in the first 25 minutes, but... Army Geniuses have a better power spike in the first 25-30 minutes that are going to put Execration on the back foot, and it's going to be up to Execration to outlast that. And then that's kind of where it evens out. You know, it's not, like I say, it's not going to be then shifting. Let's actually get into the game. Shifting into...
in favor of Execration, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still... they have a better chance, I think, the later the game goes.
Which is odd, because you also have, like, Chen, who peaks kind of early, you know? Like, Chen's creeps get weaker as the game goes on. So, and Puck's damage, while always good, also, it's like early game, it's that burst damage a little bit more impressive later on. Needs to be careful, by the way. If not, don't feed the treants. Don't. Palace is like, trees, I gotta eat them. Oh, is he gonna take a devour? He is. Oh, no. How could you do that, TV? Oh, that's actually a big deal, by the way. Like, the 8 gold is whatever we get, extra 50. That is that adds up if you're Doom.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm surprised the Fade Bolt was committed there just to get the last hit on the tree. But Shanks, they hate the trees so much.
I mean, who doesn't, right? Global warming can't come soon enough, if you ask me.
I don't know, people that like to breathe, maybe.
Well, I mean, like, we'll just put a few people in a bubble. We'll be fine. We'll be all right. We'll be cool. In the meantime, Army Jesus looks like they're gonna get at least 3 bounty ruins. Good start for them. Going back to what you're saying, yeah, it does feel like that, right? Like Army Jesus, they're like stronger early game. Then by the time we're in the 30-minute mark, you know, Execration sort of catches up to where they're even, not when they're to their head. So I think I can agree with that. And yeah, I just think RMGs, they're going to have like this Womi on Broodmother. How are you going to deal with him? The team fight coming out with the Tombstone, it just looks so good. It just looks so good from RMGs' draft. Wait till they lose and I look like a fool. I don't mind, but you know.
Yeah, but again, another thing is that Army Geniuses, if the fights aren't going well for them, they have a good lineup to avoid the fights as...
Yeah.
You know, avoid the fights and just split push it out with the Broodmother with the Nature's Prophet, and then once they get a little bit of map control back, that's when they can, you know, then group up as 5 and then start to maybe strike or defend the high ground if they need to. So there's a lot of flexibility coming out from the side of Army Geniuses in this draft.
True, but they are up against a Puck. This is firstly, it's a Grandmaster Puck by Bob, and secondly, like Illusion Orb is really good at scouting people out. You know, we're going to see a lot of the Broodmother as well as Nature Puff in the trees, and guess what? Puck is one of the best heroes to catch them in that situation. So while I agree with you that they do have options late game, their options aren't free. You know, it's like there's going to be real risk to split pushing in this game.
And I'm just watching, excuse me, just watching again Womi on this bottom lane. Because the Broodmother, it did change when the Spawn Spirelings moved to the ultimate. You know, you become a little bit more of a harassy right-clicker in this. So how do you want to play this lane as Womi here on this bottom lane? Do you want to be getting into Palos' face and doing the damage, you know, forcing him away from the farm? Or do you want to be looking for, again, look for the roam, to get the pick off onto someone else, and then get back onto the lane so Palos doesn't push into your tower?
Yeah, I mean, they might be able to kill Vincenzo, but you know they have a decent amount of damage between the 2 bug heroes. But in general, Palos might be a bit tough. You know, like firstly, no stuns.
Yeah.
Secondly, the guy's got Scorched Earth. He's already started. Oh, Tino's gonna be the first to die. That is really bad, and Koresh is gonna be able to get that kill. Yeah, you have no stuns against a Doom who starts off with +8 strength.
Yeah.
You know, Doom doesn't get much softer as he levels up. You know, the guy's pretty tanky. And and Devour gives you a good amount of armor. Level 1, not much, but level 2. Once you get level 2, you start really adding the bonus armor. What, like 3, 5, 7 is a big deal.
Yeah, and so Vincenzo, like you say, he's going to be taking a lot of harass from Norman. Norman at level 2, do you at level 3 go for like the 1-1-1? So you get a point into the swarm, and then maybe try and run Vincenzo down with Womi and his, because he's already got the 1 point into the insatiable hunger. Do you get like a 1-1-1 for the Broodmother as well? Maybe get the Silken Bowler out, and then maybe just try and put the pressure on the Chen, force him out of this lane?
I'll be honest. I mean, I guess that could be an option for them. It's like it depends on them, right? Like the players might say, "Listen, we want to go for a kill," or they might say, "Listen, let's just focus on winning the lane, harassing." So it really does depend on them. But they're going for Palos.
Yeah, Palos, a lot of damage coming through from him. He is being chased down here. The body blocks maybe from Norman. Norman has that Sakuchi up in the next 6 seconds as well, but I don't even think they're going to need it. Womi, just with one more right click, might be able to secure this. And Palos, the webs come through. He's chasing down, and the creepy little spider might be able to pull off one of the kills. The second kill here for Army Geniuses, and the first kill in this lane. And now Vincenzo. Again, Norman, he's only level 2. He didn't level up off that, but it's just going to force Vincenzo away from the XP. From any last hits he might try and get while the Doom's out of the lane.
Palos made an interesting decision just now. He actually had Scorched Earth ready, but he decided not to use it because he's like, I don't want them to know I'm still around. Like maybe they think I TP'd out. If I use it, then they'll see that the burning effect. Unfortunately, that meant that like they weren't fooled, RMGs, and Bob actually loses his life to In Your Dream.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Shanks would be losing his life as well.
Still not great, Bob, as Varys, like I said, just moves in, gets the kill onto Shanks. And 0-4 starting here from Army Geniuses, so this is going to be a really nice start for them. Tino going to be taking a lot of frost coming through from DB. DB actually didn't start with the, not going towards the Orb of Corrosion, nothing like that. There's no... Does he want to wrap around here? Just looking at where the Undying's moving through Vaz here. Varys behind on Tino, and Tino, if he needs it, he's going to have the dive away to the Rubik. But do they want to carry on chasing?
By the way, I gotta commend the creativity coming out from Army Geniuses. Varesh, he's maxing out Soul Rip because he knows he has enough creeps with him. Oh, but Varesh might be going to the grave though.
He does use that sword. He's trying to run himself away, but there is going to be a rebound in. Telekinesis comes out. Tino, they're trying to do the damage here, and Varys just needs to be careful about the harass he's taking. But the body blocks coming out from the trains. That's some really nice micro here. And Tino, who's going to go down first. It looks like it actually might be Varys. Varys just walks himself back in, but Tino should still go down, will go down. And DB picks up that kill, which just means then he picks up the solo XP and gets extra gold there for the Undying. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Norman. Level 3, he has that swarm available if you want to try and run down Palos. Palos, where's that Silken Bowler? It is picked up as well. Level 4 here on the Broodmother, but holding a point just for the minute. And DB gets a kill to Shanks. These Treants just running mad at the minute.
Dude, he killed solo kill Rubik. What? Although he might be losing his life in return though, but he does have a crowd. Needs to be pretty good, but Tino he manages to cut his way through. But still, a solo kill by DB. I mean, it wasn't worth it in the end, but the fact that he was able to do it is very impressive. In the meantime, Vincenzo forced in the jungle, waiting for that 6-minute bounty rune here.
Oh, Weaver, he moved down. Does he try and go for... He actually used the... He didn't get the stun down, he didn't get the lockdown. Because he was out of range. He used the Searing Chains, but he was out of range. He still got the kill. Bob goes down once again. There's going to be the TP in. DB, do you want to put pressure on? Do you want to be taking down this mid-tier 1 tower, it looks like? Or doing as much damage as possible while they can. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Doom being chased underneath the tier 1 tower. And Womi, he just says, your life is mine. He just carries on going. Again, level 5 here on Womi. Does he have another web to put down if he needs it? He doesn't even need it. Varys gets the kill with the Soul Rip.
I am beyond surprised that they were able to bring Palos twice in the laning stage. I didn't think, like, again, he had TP. He is up against a Broodmother and Undying. There, I mean, he can TP out. I'm like, is there something? Am I missing something? And meantime, Vincenzo also loses his life. Like, yeah, none of the spells from Broodmother are, stuns, right? So yeah. I'm very surprised. Meanwhile, DB though, this might be a good kill for them. They can get on Execration. They get the coil off.
Yeah, he's silenced, he's lifted. Is he dead, though? They might be able to get the kill onto Shanks first. It's going to be one more right click. The Treants deal with him. So they do get a revenge kill on Bob. Bob, that's going to be fine for him now, but he just drops himself in the middle of 3 heroes. The damage. And Varys gets the return kill off. That's a great trade. And now they're even going to be able to go into Palos.
Carlos is trying to go for this hand of Midas, by the way. Even though he's a Doom who gets all with level 2 Devour, he's actually third in terms of net worth, barely ahead of the In Your Dream Ember Spirit. This is very scary. Like look at Bob's net worth on the puck. He's barely ahead of Faresh, barely ahead of the Undying.
It's not great, Bob. Not great at
not
all.
great, Bob.
Yeah, Norman, you can see that he's already got himself the urn building towards the Spirit Vessel. So this looks like, even though it was playing that position 4, it looks like it's playing that kind of 3.5 semi-core Weaver build.
The best way to play support. I always play 3.4. You know, that's the best support role to play. Oh, sorry guys, I'd love to get a Sentry Ward for the team, but listen, the Aghanim Scepter, you know, it's very good for my hero. I need to get the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah,
and once I get it.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Ags come out from Norman. Like, maybe, I wouldn't say second, but maybe third item? You know, maybe like a Lotus into an Ags, just to help keep your teammates alive. Yeah, it's... Well, mid lane. Bob tries to get himself away, but the Searing Chains are going to be there now as well. They have the damage with the Sleight of Fist, 4 points into that Sleight of Fist, and Bob gets cleaned up again.
Meanwhile, Womi, by the way, check it out. He's taking over this bottom side of the map. He's like, oh, you guys want to... This is my, this is Spider Country now. You know, you're not going to come here for without...
It's Australia?
No. It's just the bottom lane. Well, I suppose Australia would kind of be like the bottom. Meanwhile, Ember Spirit is going to lose his life.
Yeah, the Doom was used on that, so Palos, they absolutely wanted to secure the kill onto the Ember Spirit, and In Your Dream, he got chased down, 3 heroes committed onto that. In fact, was that the Unleash as well? It was. So it was a lot of spell economy used for that, but they might even be able to get the kill onto Varus now as well. Sidekick's going to be used. There's going to be a really nice dispose. So there's life in Execration just yet. It's not been beaten completely out of them, but they need to be getting more pickoffs like that without losing heroes of their own.
Yeah, by the way, Womi, I was wondering what item, going for the Vlad, so not going for that Orchid in order to get kills on like the puck, for example, but alright, that's gonna be interesting. Well, top lane Norman, he dives into quite a few heroes. Vincenzo might be losing his life here.
Yeah, he's being chased down. The Flame God as well as the Sleight Fist, they do the damage. Tino as well as Shanks just need to get themselves back, and Norman, open the shop. Yeah, Norman, it's not going to be too far away. Meanwhile, the mid lane, who are they diving on Palos? Going to be a really nice TP in, and Womi secures himself another kill up against the Doom.
Dude, it's 10 minutes in as a carry Doom. He does not have Midas. He was so close. He was so close. If he had not died, by the time this devours them, he would have had it. Now he still needs 50 gold, which is not like something you can wait for. You have to actually go and get it. There's a bounty rune if someone can get for him. There you go. That's a bounty rune from Bob. Gonna give him the oh dear, Shanks loses his life as well.
I'm just watching it. We're 10 minutes in, and I'm watching Womi dive tier 2 towers, diving with the spiders on the tier 3 towers to get a kill on the Rubik. This is just... It's like when you get a Smurf Broodmother in your game that's like 5k MMR higher than you, and all you can do is just sit and go, well, yeah, okay, I can't do anything about it. I just have to put up with it until the rest of my team can do something about it.
Yeah, it's a very tough situation. Like, the draft from Army Genius is... it's very hard to deal with once you start falling behind. You know, like, catching Womi is annoying. You have the global life, although DP does lose his life. Good job by Tino here. Womi is coming. Is he going to go for this, for Shanks? Might be able to get him.
Just look at his health. He just disappears. He dies faster than the Fade Bolt can bounce.
Well, who told him to stand there, right? It's his fault. He's supposed to play around that somehow as a level 5 Rubik.
Yeah, well...
technically, if he could have used smoke if he was far enough, but I'm pretty sure Woden would have broken the smoke, so... It's tough. It is very tough. They did get a kill on DB, though, so it's not like they got nothing out of that. Meanwhile, top lane Palos, he does have the Hand of Mice. He has Doom. I'm not sure you want to use it on, though, especially not near the enemy tower.
No. And yeah, again, we've you look at the net worth. He's 900 behind the mid puck. Mid puck with solo safe lane, solo farm in the lane. This isn't supposed to happen. Bob's supposed to be like top 3, but he's gonna get caught out. Searing Chains. Where's the orb gonna dive to though? Bob, he's gonna try and get himself away, but there is still the bug on top of him. Tries to get the silence, but Noma's just kind of going with the Sakuchi and the Sleight Fist once again. In Your Dream takes Bob down.
Dude, Bob is not having a game at all. It looks like Tino is going to be joining him very soon. Wherever it is, the heroes go when they die.
Yeah.
DB's going to be here. And that's going to be a dead Tino.
And Marcy, yeah, the Scoochie's going to come through. He's trying to get himself away with a rebound.
Oh, he
bounces out. The heal comes out from the Chen with the mech. But what can he do now? I mean, he's still got 300 health. If he tries to engage, he's just going to get picked off and killed. Shanks. Oh, the tombstone gets dropped. This is really nice. Sleight of Fist comes out. Searing Chains. Hand of God's going to be used, but not even your God can save you.
Bob's here.
Oh, what's he going to be able to do, though? They're going to be able to do a lot of damage. You take down In Your Dream. And Shenzo still going to die. Dreamcore comes out. They're going to be catching on to it. I think that was just the Undying, actually. And Bob, can he fix this game? He absolutely cannot at the minute. And the team's just being wiped out. 21-7 at 13 minutes. Execration. Lie to me, Otomo. Lie to me. Tell me there's a way for Execration to get back into this.
There's a way for Execration to come back into this. If a meteor hits Army Genius's house right now, you know, and this like becomes a crater, then there's a really good chance Execration can take that. But in all honesty, like I love the pickup Orchid on DB, by the way, getting so much good value out of it. Yeah, they dropped a couple of kills just now by RMGs, but they are just controlling the map. They have the outposts, they have multiple, they have all the tier 1s, they have a tier 2 bomb. It's a small map for Execration. What are you gonna do? Can you send Bob? Is not having this is a Grandmaster puck and he's 3-6. Like this is an absolutely terrible performance. Not by him, but this is not what you want. And Vincenzo, he's gonna there you go. He's dead as well. Here comes all the buddies.
Yeah, you just can't leave your base. And Bob once again gonna get caught out. There's gonna be a Doom onto the Weaver. The chase through, and Bob's dead once again. 31 seconds on him, and Palace needs to run himself away. But the Searing Chains, they lock him down. And Doom, he's just gonna be killed off again. Sleight of Fist in Your Dream is just they're running riot here, Army Geniuses. They are absolutely running riot. It's just nothing short of a coup against Execration.
I loved Execration's first 3 picks. I thought they were really, really good. They went for the, what was it, Marcy, the Ched, and the Puck. I was like, all right, that's really good. Good lockdown, good push, good everything. Then they pick up this Rubik that just does not synergize with the draft at all. Rubik, like you wanted something a little bit more from this, like Clockwork, Tusk. It's goddamn Spirit Breaker would have been really good in this game. Like, imagine Spirit Breaker against, like, what you would call it, the Brood Mother. You know, she just pops out of nowhere, you just charge her and you kill her every time. But Rubik is just not working for them. Palace goes for the Doom. He gets a very tough lane because of that. That is a 9,000 gold advantage, 15 minutes in, along with an Aegis on In Your Dream.
And it could go even further now as well. Shanks, he's got the Sakuchi, but they both, Tino and Shanks, just need to move themselves away. And this is kind of like, how do you leave your base if you're on the side of Execration? Seriously, DB is going to get caught out, though. He gets killed off 30 seconds on the death timer.
That's good. I mean, that's... They do that a lot for it to be worth it, but that's something... Oh, Tino. Oh, you stepped out too far, buddy.
Yeah, they're going to be able to take him down. He tries to go with the Dispose, but the Spiders do the job, and Womi gets another credit on the kill. 7-0-4 on the Broodmother. It might even find Vincenzo here now as well. There are going to be Centaur Stomps coming up at the spawn. Spiralings. Vincenzo going to be taking a lot of damage. Has to pop the mech. Doesn't have the mana for the Hand of God, and he just gets taken down. He gets absolutely ripped apart. It's 8-legged freaks all over the map, and there's nothing that Execration can do.
Actually going for a pipe just because he wants to reduce the damage coming out from Execration as much as possible. Which, when you think about it, the damage coming out from Execration is very limited. You know, it's like, what, you got Fade Bolt, some Scorched Earth. Tino's sort of the biggest damage. Him and Puck, you reduce that with a Wraith Pact as well as a Pipe of Insight, and Execration's damage really falls off. Army Geniuses are putting on a... Like, it's all amazing. Not only did they pick really well, but the itemization coming out, you know, Orchid on DB, the damage reduction on Womi, Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Gonna make it out. But yeah, it's just everything's so good. Like look at Weavers going for 2 crowns and a vessel, just trying to tank up as much as possible. Vrish's got a mech as well. They just want to make sure these fights go all in their favor.
Yeah, and In Your Dream, like I say, he's leading the line in the mid lane. They just continue to push. They're closing Execration into the base. A 10k net worth lead at 17 minutes, 26-8. That's you're clocking up more than... I mean, if it carries on going, you're clocking up 2 kills a minute on this. And there's just nothing that Execration can do. Womi comes in. He's getting close to that pipe. Like I say, the Wraith Pact's going to be dropped because he's finally going to be able to get revenge. This is going to be a lot of gold to give up if Womi goes down here. Womi telekinesis, he's lifted up. He gives up what's that's going to be... Ooh, 1100 gold, but Shank still goes down. They get the kill onto DB now as well. But again, Searing Chains, he got a double damage rune now onto the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's just going to go mad with this on the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains combo. Even diving into the base behind the tier 3s, and Paolo's, you are doomed yourself, my friend. You're just dead.
It's Palos. I feel his pain, man. The guy wants to doom in your dream. Because that's, hey, Ember Spirit, you doom that guy. That's awesome. He's got, but unfortunately, the guy's got an Aegis. He's like, I want to doom him, but I don't want to waste it on the Aegis. I want to get a kill out of it. And in the end, just it's super awkward for him, unfortunately. And it's another one team fight by Army Geniuses. I mean, they lost 2 and killed 4, yet Execration still got more out of that in terms of gold, which just kind of tells you the insanity of a 40-kill game at 18 minutes with one team at 20 kills ahead.
Yeah, and you can see Bob as well. He has to TP himself away. He has no protection from DB. If DB gets in, he gets the Orchid off. You know, there's no way the Puck can get away. Doesn't have a BKB, doesn't know Lincoln Sphere. Speaking about not being able to get away here, Shanks gets locked down. And Weaver, he's got that Rod of Atos now. That's going to be... I don't think anyone on the side of... Doom's close. Doom's about 75 gold off the BKB. So is Marcy.
There is nothing on Armor's side that does go through BKB, so that's nice. You know, getting the BKB on Palos would be a big help for him. He might need to want to consider eating another creep. By the way, I do this as well. Do I eat the mana creep? The 2 mana per second is really good in the lane stage. Like, but at this point, you might need something a little bit better. Maybe the Centaur Stomp or something like that. Something a bit more team fight, because you're not really getting anything out of this 2 mana per second.
Oh, look at this, the spiders starting to swarm the base. They come in. Palos does have the BKB now. He had that flown out, so what's he going to be able to do with this? It's going to be a fresh BKB. He might try and go for the Doom, but again, he can't close the gap in your dream because there's no Blink Dagger, because Palos is about... I mean, he's even with the Ember Spirit, but he's about 3k behind the other 2 cores on the side of Army Geniuses here, and you can just see them. They're having to go to the other side of the base. They're having to farm up in the other side of the jungle, the other side of the map here, Execration, if they're going to get anything out of this.
But that does show a lot of what... I mean, yes, Execration is really far behind, but the fact that they haven't thrown in the towel and just huddle in their base, you know, waiting for the Titans to come out there, they're like, no, we can still make moves, and it's impressive. Look at Tino going for the Depressed Kid. Sorry, for DB.
Yeah, DB.
Wait, we get him.
Never mind. He gets the vision. He breaks the tree line, and he gets himself in. So yeah, okay, another kill gives up 800 gold there on DB.
A ton of experience as well. Like that shows a lot. Like, you know, like doing that. Although bottom lane here.
Well, I mean, this isn't your base. I know you. It feels like because you're so powerful that this is your base. This isn't your base. He's going to try and get himself in with the Insatiable Hunger here now as well. On top of Tino's, there's going to be the diving from Varus. And Varus, what can he do? Does he want to drop that tombstone? He has done. So he's going to try and save his Broodmother. It might cost him his life, but he is going to be able to get the Wummy away. But for so far now, Sleight of Fist comes out. Searing Chain's going to use, but he's going to be able to get the phase shift off. And Bob, Yule Scepter, Tino dives in. But is this all just a bait? Is it dragging him out of the base here?
So far, not so bad for Execution. If they can get Doom off on in your D, that would be pretty good. It does dispel when you use a Doom, so you do remove the haste rune. You could have used it a bit in that situation, but throwing it on Wommy is always a risk because he can just walk into any of his spider webs and be like, "Oh, I just got 500 movement speed. You can't catch me." Same thing with the Weaver. If you Doom him just as he Chikuchis, you're still in Chikuchi form. You still are able to run away with the Invis. So it's tough. You can see Palos is like he's having a bit of a hard time landing it just when he needs to.
Yeah, you can see.
My Execration is holding. They are holding. That's something. You know?
Haven't lost a tier 3 yet. As much as Army are trying here to push in, yeah. No, they haven't lost anything in the base, but that's. I mean, they're going to lose out the Chen. Chen, does he want to try and he's not even going to pop the Hand of God? And In Your Dream secures that kill.
Poor Chen. You know, he's got the mech, he's got the Hand of God. You kind of need this. You really need this guy to stay alive to provide your team with the sustain. Because on the other side, Varish is doing an amazing job with the Max Soul Rip, with the mech on himself. He's going to go for the Holy Locket as well. Like, just now, they were about to kill Wommy, but he showed up with a sword, basically full health.
Yeah. And I like this as well from the Puck. The Puck's has gone after the Witchblade, gone straight to the Yules because he is being targeted out by DB. So DB, keeps throwing that Orchid onto him, but he can just Yules it off and then get himself away, get himself to the base. There needs to be some sort of follow-up to the silence. Otherwise, the Puck will just carry on escaping. So adding another dimension to that escape. But Bob, front line, taking a lot of damage from the Nature's Wrath. He needs to get himself away from this, being chased down by zombies, and this might actually be the base breaking that Army Geniuses need. Spawn Spiderlings just going to be onto the creeps, on the back lines. It needs to be Palos jumping onto the back line. Did he get the Doom off? He didn't get the Doom off now as well. Sakuchi, as well as that time that's going to be used. DB, what can he do here? Palos, and Palos, he just carries on going, but they've lost the Rubik. The Rubik has to buy back into this, and Bob, he's on the back lines. Can he get himself away with the phase shift? He's already used that Dream Course, so they are going to be trapped for a little bit, but Bob, he gets locked down once again, and this is going to be the Puck. Does he want to buy back into this? And Shanks
That's a
is dead.
dieback by Shanks.
That's a dieback, yeah.
No brains, Varesh says. That's very mean. Although they might get Wombi.
Wombi, the Soul Rip, it's going to be keeping him alive for a little bit longer now as well. And now the Insatiable Hunger comes out, he's got the attack speed. He's just going to be able to walk himself away. Doesn't even need the BKB. He's going for Dagons. Dagons for days here is what Wombi wants.
They get the melee racks, and they're going for the range as well. Palos still has the Doom. Oh, we're gonna be losing Bob. Is this a dieback by Bob? Oh, wait.
Bob gets the blink, but the Silken Boulder comes out. The damage is still going to be enough to spawn Spirelings. He finishes the job here, and this is going to be the death. To be honest, 24 minutes in, and they're taking over your entire base here. Execration probably, yeah, maybe having a little bit of fun with it, but at 16k net worth deficit as well. At 24 minutes. This one, to me, it seems to be, it's slowly but surely going to be the end of the game for Execration.
Yeah. Well, hey, you never know. Palos, he gets actually tossed back to safety. He has the BKB in 1 second. Gets the Doom off!
Woo!
But Dream is like, I'll just walk it down. I'm fine. I don't mind everyone. And Palos loses his life. Buys back immediately, but I think that's a little bit of a emotional buyback. Let's go with that.
Yeah, and again, Silken Ball comes out. Palos, the BKB is available if he needs to use it. So he's going to be able to pop it. And the unleash now as well. DB pops the BKB of his own. Did he have anything to stop this? Tino trying to do what damage he can. He's trying to use the axe as well to get himself out of the Sprout. But Tino, he's in that pig form. He's going to be, his bacon's just cooked. And now they get everybody locked down here. Shanks has to get back into the base again. He's already used that buyback. And Wolmy, he's got the Insatiable Hunger in 6 seconds. He's a little bit wonky on his legs. But the creeps, they'll do as a fine meal to get back up to full health.
Well, there's still the top rack standing. They still have a buyback on Tino. Palos is dead for 50 seconds. He bought back, but there's like 3 diebacks in that previous fight that happened. I mean, I don't know what Execration believes they're going to be able to do in these last closing seconds of the match, but Army Genius, they're definitely enjoying their second win. This is the only 2-0. After 5 1-1s, Army Genius breaks it, and they're the first team to secure themselves a clear win. And Palos calls GG. Feels about time, honestly. What a draft by Army Geniuses. Played it so well.
Yeah, that last pick Broodmother just completely... No, not just the last pick Broodmother. The Weaver was great in the lane. You had In Your Dream doing some great things. Got a couple of picks onto Bob on that puck in the mid lane in the first few minutes. The rotations from DB, he didn't just do the position 1 thing where he sits in lane or jungle. He was active because he had the TP. He had the teleportation around on his skills as well. So Army Genius played this so well, and Execration, they just didn't have a chance.
I love how they itemized on their side, on Army Genius. They itemized to solve all the problems. They knew they had lack of lockdown, so they get Orchid on the Nature's Prophet to work with the Sprout. They also made sure they got the Gleipnir on the Weaver. It was called the Rod of Atos before that. So Varesh got them a lot of sustain, which one of the things where like, okay, maybe we can't lock them down, and but we could just stay in one area and fight around the racks. What are they gonna do? So Womi, another MVP performance, my God. The 14, 1, and 12. In the first game he was 15. This game he's 1 kill behind, so he's slipping a little bit, but still insane performance. Honestly, MV Geniuses, they really whooped the Execration in this series. And well, in game 2, game 1 was a lot more even, but game 2 the drafting was insane out of their side.
Yeah, and that is going to be it for today, guys. That was the full 3 series. So this is the only series that didn't go 1-1.
I know.
Army Geniuses break the day curse. And that's going to be it for us. We're going to be back again tomorrow. Otomo, thank you for joining me. And again, there's going to be more great Dota to look forward to tomorrow, so I'll see you then. But for now, guys, we are going to be throwing it to the end of the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Again, thank you for myself, Robbnroll, and Otomo. Hope you enjoyed the casting, and we will see you tomorrow when we go live for more Southeast Asian Pro Dota. We will see you then.